Hey everyone, I'm Terry G. This is an alcohol-free life channel. If you could take a second, can you please subscribe? Take another second and hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. In this video, I'm going to tell you, or what I see anyways, my observation. It's a pretty big word, eh? I'm going to tell you what I think the 12-step program is not. What it is not, okay? And I've been around, I've been involved with, I understand what's going on in it. Anyways. So the first one is it's not religious. You know how they always say that 12-step program is religious. I'm not going to go there. But I understand why people think it's religious. I get it. Finishes off with the Lord's Prayer at some meetings. They have a spiritual overtone that people might get confused that it's religious. But it's not a religious program. It doesn't have any priests or ministers leading up the show. There's mention of God, there's all that kind of stuff in it, but you don't have to get involved with it. You don't have to get involved with religion, that's for sure. And a lot of people in 12-step programs are not religious. They're spiritual, and they find a higher power that people might confuse with religion. It's not religious, so that's just a myth. Is it a cult? No, it's not a cult. That's another thing that people talk about. Oh, that 12-step program's a cult. They're brainwashing us. They're gonna make us into zombies. We're gonna be walking out of there and, selling flowers down at the airport. If we stick out with those 12-step program people, that's what's gonna happen to us. No one's gonna make you sell flowers at the airport like the Hare Krishners and nothing like that. So it's not a cult. And people who think it's a cult, look up the definition of cult and go to one of those meetings and see if it's a cult. We don't separate anybody in a 12-step program from anything. We are people in 12-step programs try to unite everybody back into the civilization sort of thing and into their regular life, jobs and family, all that kind of stuff. So being a cult, nope, it's not a cult. Are you going to be asked to do anything? Well, that may happen. Somebody might come and ask you to read something, and you may panic and get all that heart palpitations going on and freaking out. They're going to ask me, do you have to do it? No. No, you do not have to do anything. You can go to a 12-step program and sit there and do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I welcome you to do that. Just go there and sit down and relax. See how it is. Get your feet wet a little bit. So you don't have to do anything but show up, obviously, right? Are there any bosses in 12-step programs? Well, there's people who may think they're bosses. There's people who may think they control things still, but there's no bosses. There's no hierarchy in 12-step programs. It's completely run by individuals who volunteer, but they're just people who help out. They're not bosses like a boss would be at work. So you don't have to take any guff or any bullshit from anybody telling you how to do things because they're not the boss. People have tried to tell me to do things. Good luck. I know I've been around, I'm sober for a few years, and I don't like to be bossed around, especially by people who think they're a boss in a community that there's really no bosses. Everything's kind of suggested, okay? It's better to be active and get involved, but it's not a requirement. Is it free? Do you have to pay something for membership to go? Nope, you don't. You can come and drink the coffee, eat the cookies. If there's sandwiches, go ahead. Eat as many sandwiches as you want, because at the beginning, I used to eat all the sandwiches. Go there, sit, you don't have to pay nothing, just show up. They always say a 12-step program has the highest membership fee, and that was our alcoholism and our way of life before we entered into recovery. I don't know about you, but man, oh man, drinking cost me everything at the end. Marriage, jobs, money, health, mental health, you name it, it cost me tons. It really did. Do you have to work the program in order to stay? No, you do not have to work the program. You don't. You can just go there and listen And you don't even have to say anything. You can just go there and listen and work the program if you want to. That's what you can do. You can work the program if you want to. There's something called the steps. There's something called the traditions, helping other people. You don't have to do any of that. You don't. Nothing is required of you to do. You can just show up, listen to what's going on if you want, and leave. And that's another thing. You're not even required to stay. You can go and say, this shit is not for me. I'm out of here, and just leave. And you know something? No one's going to say anything to you. And when you come back, nothing's going to happen. Nothing. Even if you commit to do something and you don't show up, usually nothing happens. And I shouldn't say usually, nothing will happen. Most of the time, people are just glad to see you there. They're just glad that you are there, really. So it's a nothing program. That's nothing required of you. Oh, did I mention the boss thing? Who's the boss? There's no bosses either. I think I did mention that. I'm getting lost in this video. And what else is it not? It's not like it's anonymous. So it's not a 12-step programs. People aren't going to stand you out in public. They're not going to do that. If you go, usually people are respectful of your anonymity. So they're not going to like call you at work, or you see one at work and they're going to say, hey, Terry G, how you doing? How was that meeting last night? I liked what you share. They're not going to do that. They're not. They're just going to treat you as a regular person at work and wherever they see you. So it's not a program or 12-step program that people call you out on. It's not. Alcoholism is a serious disease. It really is. And it'll help people get sober, the 12 steps, and stay sober one day at a time, okay? And that's one thing it's not either. It's not a life program. It's a one day at a time program. We take it one day at a time, and sometimes 1 minute at a time, because being sober and coming back into reality can be very difficult for some of us. And that some of us is me. So if you're thinking on going to any 12-step program for alcohol, drugs, NA, Overeaters Anonymous, Gambling Anonymous, Cocaine Anonymous, you name it, there's tons of anonymous steps out there that derive from the 12-step program, the original 12-step program. These things that I just talked about in this video pretty well cover all of them. They really do. Everything is suggestive. There's nothing that is placed on people to stress them out. There's nothing. Most people in 12-step programs are just happy to see you there. That's it. They are happy, joyous, and free, and wonderful just to see you there and understand that we are all in the same boat. No one is better than the other person. We are equal. There is no hierarchy in 12-step programs. There's people who may think they are, but that's just in their head. You get what I mean, eh? You get what I mean. So give it a try. Try it out. You may be pleasantly surprised. And do yourself a favor. If you go, just chill. Just chill out. You've already been through the war and the battles of life. Just go there, have a coffee, relax, and you might find that it's not as scary as you thought. Okay? My name is Terry G. This is an alcohol-free life channel where we're learning to live sober one day at a time. You can take a second, please subscribe. Take another second and hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless, and I'll see you next week.